Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. Today's topic is gonna be about safety, how to recreate your inner safety within your body through shadow work. If you're new here, my name is Jana, and together with my husband Albert, we created reconnect, a place for souls to reconnect to their truth through healing retreats. So, today's topic is all about recreating, recentering ourselves to a safe nervous system. If you're on your own healing journey, if you're on a journey to recreate new patterns, to a new life of standards, you are also in a place where you automatically have to be connected to your nervous system. Especially for the feminine, the more ease, the more safety you want to feel from within, the more you realize which areas actually brought you unsafety. And for that, today I have created this overview. This is you, and I want to dig deep into the nervous system, into the level of safety you have within. So we're doing that by reconnecting deeply to the parts within ourselves that have been suppressed, denied, or even subconsciously pushed to the side, and that all started in our childhood. Because when we are a child, the only thing we're looking for is safety. And safety, we're finding it in love, in validation, in being soothed, in being seen, in being mirrored back. I have already mentioned it one time, the still face experience. So when we are a child, we need that mirroring back from our caregivers. They're literally mirroring our love back, our sign of being validated. And if that is not given, just look at that still face experiment. Now you understand what is happening within you as a child if you don't receive that mirroring, if you don't receive that validation. And not only one time, over and over and over again. So, the first thing for you to coming back to safety, and if you know you have anxiety, if you know you feel super unsafe with certain people, maybe with men, with other people around you, with your family, that is the first sign for you to look into your nervous system and to look into the level of safety you have within. And it's connected to your nervous system, your inner child. I have said that before, and please watch the other video about nervous system if you haven't done so, and really become aware. Looking at this figure again, so we have our root. I don't want to go too much into the energy centers, but it's important because the more you heal, the more you become aware, you can literally feel the energy in your body. You can feel the energy centers, and you literally become aware where you are not safe. And the most people in this generation, including myself, there was so much trauma in my safety, in my root, because I did not receive the level of mirroring I needed to feel completely seen, loved, heard, soothed, and felt. It did not happen. It's not judgment, it's just the way it was. So now, here we are at a point in life, we are creating the safety now. We are the new norm. We become the mother, we become the love our inner child needed the whole life. So how do we do that? First, become aware of the level of the areas where you don't feel safe with the people. Become aware of when you don't speak up. Become aware. A best example, if you want to do a video, if you want to speak up for yourself, why you're not doing it? Why you don't feel safe within yourself? Like, what do you need? And that is the first step. Become aware of that. If you hold back, if you can't ask for help, if you don't express your feelings, like, that is your nervous system, that is your inner child. It doesn't feel safe. It does not feel safe yet. So your job is to open up and to realign with the safety from within. How are we doing that? So, wait, one point, I have to say one more thing. So, looking into the areas, you know now where you don't feel safe. You have identified it, you have journaled about it, you know it, and now is the time to be very honest with yourself. Because now I ask you the question, how is safety created? So when do you feel safe? And this is a question, it's not so much for that adult self you have, it's more for that little girl inside. So the main reason why you don't feel safety, one of the main reason, is because that childlike version is very afraid in some areas of life. And it's your job now to heal that. And that comes through awareness. And with awareness, here comes the twist, we're looking into shadow work. What is shadow work? Shadow work is the work to look into the parts within yourself that you have denied, suppressed, or pushed down for a long, long time. And like it says, the human shadow is are the traits that were not allowed in your childhood. Let's say anger, best example for me, that was the same for me. Anger was not allowed. So what did I do? I suppressed it. Huge anger issues. Like I had anger issues for such a long time. And now I'm reconnecting to that and I'm integrating it. That's the inner work. So shadow work is the work you do through reflection, which is also in a lot of healing retreats, you are faced with a darker side of yourself. And it's not really like dark magic or anything like that. No, it's just like the unconscious becomes conscious. And you don't know what you don't know. That is literally the work. So if you have the desire to live a more authentic life, to feel safe again, to live in ease, to have a strong voice for yourself, to just live freely, to stop thinking so much, dig into shadow work. Like dig into the parts of your life where you are holding back, where you don't feel safe, where you are shamed. Because going back to that example, when you're a child and you express anger and you would be shamed for that. Oh, little girls are not getting mad. That's shaming. So you as a child, you learn, oh, I better suppress my anger because it's not allowed. I'm not allowed to feel angry. So I better suppress it. And with that, you make the unconscious conscious. So it's literally a deep reflection work, and it's automatically coming with if you're going into your own psyche, if you want to open up to truth, to being vulnerable. These are all aspects that are automatically connected to the shadow work. So there is a workbook. It's like to dig deeper, to start, and it's a beautiful guide for you if you really want to become aware of those aspects. I recommend you to start with that if you want to go deeper into that. If you're already doing the work, that is also helping you to ask questions that you might not receive so normally. So look into that, and highly recommend you to really figure out, okay, the areas where you also feel triggered. Like triggers are such a beautiful helping way to show you where you need to let go, where you're still holding on to something. And again, triggers most of the time when you go back, it's actually connected to your inner child. So there's a need, there's a desire, there is something that is important to that part of you. And now comes the reactivity. That's your nervous system speaking. So when you have this reactive energy, that is the nervous system not feeling safe. And that's the work. We want to ease into our own safety. With shadow work, I'm going to give you like a few tips how to nourish that safety. I'm going to make another video for that. But the first step, how do you feel more safe within? The first thing is you have to release anything that is no longer serving you, that are traits that are dysfunctional, the way you talk to yourself, the way you treat yourself, the way you let others treat you, because that is the ultimate work. Everything around you is a mirror, it is a direct reflection of how are you actually internally with yourself. And that is a place for truth. So be aware that it is actually a mirror. It is a reflection for you to be honest with yourself. What are you doing right now? Like, where are you in your life? And that's why I would say shadow work does not really stop, because as a human, you grow, you evolve, you dig into new layers of awareness, of consciousness, and of course there is more to heal. And but it's not like, oh, we're gonna be done. No, with being presented to shadow work is actually the possibility for you to realize that life comes as it comes, and you take it that way. You stop fighting, you ease into the presence. That's why with healing and also digging into your own shadow, you become more and more and more present. It's really about that moment. Okay, so what I want to give you for starting shadow work is the triggers. Become aware where you don't feel safe with your nervous system, and realign with that inner child when it feels anxious, when it gets angry, when it doesn't want to be in a certain place and it doesn't want to speak up, because those are your indicators where you can go deeper into shadow work. So huge part of healing also in retreats is this hero's journey. So a lot is about the hero's journey. It's called like hero's journey because you are literally going through your own journey, discovering the parts of you that need integration, that need to come back to yourself. And that is wholeness. You're not only light, you are also darkness. And that is like the ultimate goal, or not goal, it's like a part of life. So that's for today. Be excited for the next videos. I'm going to give you a few tips how to reconnect to that safety in your nervous system, like with actual rituals, and what had helped me, because there were a lot of things I released from my nervous system. I didn't even know they were all there because I thought that would be normal. So I wish you a beautiful day, and I see you in the next video.